How do you incorporate charting the life course in your work?
We incorporate charting life course tools in a lot of different ways. One of our primary functions is to help people with decision-making supports, the broad continuum of those. So maybe somebody needs help with just learning how to make a decision, making an informed decision, or we meet with people for whom the parents are under the assumption they have to get legal guardianship of their loved one. And so we use tools like the tool for exploring decision-making supports, which we sometimes refer to as a stoplight tool, to really help them gain new perspective on the kinds of supports that this person can benefit from and what they actually need. We did this with somebody recently, and it asks different questions in every life domain. Can you make these decisions by yourself with support, or do you need somebody else to make these decisions for you? And at the end, he was shocked because he didn't even realize these things about himself. He didn't realize how capable he actually was. So those tools are a great way to, again, put these ideas or these concepts or the knowledge that we already have in our head on paper for everybody to kind of look at it and engage with it.
What would you say to someone who is interested in using Charting the Life course?
For those people who are maybe on the fence or curious or not yet convinced or don't know much about Charting the Life course, I would say we all have experiences in life where we suddenly realize that there was a different and better way to do it. And Charting the Life course is a great example of that. There's a different and better way to plan and think about our lives. And these tools make it easier. So, sometimes you go through life thinking, everybody goes through this grind, everybody is struggling with this. And while that's true, some people are using Charting the Life course to make it a little bit easier, right? So when you learn about this and you sort of discover the power that it has, it really can make planning and living easier.
How are you implementing Charting the Life course in the workplace?
I'm a special education teacher from Cincinnati, Ohio, and I use Charting the Life course with all of my family. So we use it as a preparation tool, getting ready for our IEP party. So we meet with the families in the place they're most comfortable, either at school or at home, and we invite everybody in the family. So we have mom, dad, brothers and sisters, sometimes we have cousins. We definitely have grandmas and grandpas come and join us, and we just get together and really celebrate that child. So we start out by talking about who the child is and just what gifts they bring to the family. And then as we do Charting the Life course, we really have an opportunity to really get to know the child. And then we continue, what are the family's dreams and hopes for them, and what is their good life?
Share a personal experience using Charting the Life course.
One of my families who just moved here from Vanderbilt, they came in, they said, no one ever did this with us. And then they were kind of nervous at the beginning. And then probably halfway through, the dad's like, we're really good at this. We got this. And he was so excited about it. And then afterwards, they're like, no one has ever asked us what our dreams are for our son. And no one ever asked us what we were scared of. And the mom said how empowering that was to be able to put that down on paper, to say, these are the things that I do not want for my child. So as a team, we need to make sure that these things never happen. But then as a team, we need to make sure that they get to what their good life is. So I have found that my parents just feel very, very empowered when they're finished. And a lot of them are a little nervous coming in, but absolutely love the opportunity to have their voice being heard.
How has Charting the Life course helped you?
I was introduced by Project STIR Training the Life course, and what I got from it was very helpful and opening, because here sometimes I get down on myself, thinking like I'm a big inconvenience for my family and everything. But just hearing the affirmation from my peers, that some that barely didn't even know me, but then getting the chance to know me really was eye-opening and ear-opening, and it made me feel like I was very important and I had a purpose. And now I know I do have a purpose in this game we call life. And my goal is to continue getting my story out there, to continue saving lives.
Why should people use Charting the Life course?
it's very like eye-opening, and it gets you thinking, like gets your brain flowing, like moving and stuff. Because here, like I never like really paid attention to some of the stuff, but then going through it, like writing down what's important to me, like what are some of the setbacks that I had that made me where I'm at today, it's like very amazing. And to think that everything that I've overcome, you know, sometimes like in the moment you don't realize it, and then you get yourself down and everything, but then going back through it and like actually like writing it out like step by step and everything, it's really like amazing.
How did you hear about charting the life course?
I first was introduced to charting the course through aspirations at the Nissanger Center at Ohio State University. And I realized that with his transition of high school to adulthood, that we missed out because he wasn't diagnosed as autistic. But it's a great tool to use as a young adult moving into adulthood.
How does your son use charting the life course?
Well, as soon as I heard about it and somebody gave me an example of it, I thought, oh my gosh, this is a missing piece in our life. Especially JJ has some health issues, so if he as an adult would go to the hospital, if he has his portfolio together, he can give that to a doctor, and a doctor can understand how to communicate with him and his language deficit. And for him, it's like an aha. He's like, wow, people can know who I am. They can understand me. It's almost like is like a budding flower. It was just amazing that he is so excited that people can see him and understand him without him having to try to tell people.
Share the Life Course es una herramienta excelente para ayudarte a crear una visión de tu vida en el presente y en el futuro. Nuestra comunidad hispana necesita un modelo visionario para el trayecto de la vida de su hijo con discapacidad y utilizarlo como punto de partida para una vida plena y poder desarrollar sus capacidades al máximo. Y es por eso que Share the Life Course es la mejor herramienta para lograrlo.
What impact does charting the life course have on people?
I think the real impact of the Charting the Life Course framework is that it offers an opportunity for anyone, whether it's a person with a developmental disability, a family member, or organizations, to really be innovative and critically think about strategic planning and goals that they want to accomplish. For people with developmental disabilities, I think the framework really provides an opportunity for equitable decision making and for people with disabilities to truly be empowered and think about how they want to lead their lives and spend their time in a way that's really gratifying and working toward achieving their goals.
How does charting the life course promote advocacy?
The framework really builds upon the advocacy skills that we teach in the developmental disability system related to knowing oneself, assertive communication, critical thinking and problem solving, and really understanding rights and responsibilities, because it provides that framework to help people advocate on an individual level through any situation, whether it be school, work, their personal life. At the organizational level, it really helps with strategic planning. We've used the tools to guide our strategic planning process, and it's really inspired me to think critically about how the Charting the Life Course framework serves to elevate all voices.
Cuando empecé a mirar los servicios de Charting the Life Course, hoy día es mi primer día, tengo 27 años trabajando con niños y con familias que tienen niños con discapacidades, y he hecho los servicios que se llaman Person-Centered Thinking Tools, que simplemente se concentran en la persona, qué valores tiene esa persona que yo estoy ayudando para ayudarla a salir adelante, a agarrar sus sueños y sus habilidades que pueden trabajar más adelante. La razón de que quiero compartir esta historia con ustedes, yo soy hermano de mi hermana que tiene una discapacidad. Ella tiene retraso mental, tiene el síndrome de Down. Y cuando mi hermana nació, miré que mi papá y mi mamá estaban enfocándose mucho nada más en mi hermana. Pero con mis hermanos, mi papá los dejaron atrás, no los daban ese apoyo que nosotros también necesitábamos. Queríamos entender el por qué le están ayudando a mi hermana y a nosotros nada. Entonces, por eso es que me estoy involucrado acá, porque quería aprender de cómo ayudarlos a ellos a entender el sistema y agarrar los recursos para así ayudar a mi hermana. Una de las razones que me encantan los recursos de Charting the Life Course es porque he trabajado con muchas familias y una de ellas les enseñé cómo utilizar una página de descripción. ¿Qué significa? Simplemente cuáles son las habilidades de su niño o niña que puedan utilizar para demostrarles a los demás, darle la voz a esa niña y enseñarles cómo ellos pueden hablar y dejarle la información a las personas que lo están apoyando para que así ellos mismos sepan cómo trabajar con ese niño, cómo ayudar a esa niña a salir adelante. Una de las maneras de cómo introduciría yo los servicios de Charting the Life Course a papás que no quieran intentar usarlo, simplemente hablar de ello, hablar de qué es lo que está pasando en su vida, por qué estás tan frustrado con la vida de tu hijo que no sabes a dónde va, cuál es el futuro de ellos, qué viene cuando cumplan los 18 años. Tenemos diferentes herramientas por parte de Charting the Life Course que les pueden ayudar cómo organizar esas metas para que ustedes mismos sepan qué es lo que quiere su niño hacia el futuro. Y si necesitan ayuda después que uno lo repasen, yo les puedo ayudar cómo agarrar esos servicios y cómo ponerlos en la manera de que seguirlo paso a paso para que lleguen a triunfar en su futuro.